Good evening and welcome to the Racer League. I am your host, Nathaniel Scott. This week the Racer League goes to Charlotte, North Carolina for week 8 of the Racer League regular season. Charlotte is a 1.5 mile course. Our 30 drivers will reach speeds up to 215 miles an hour. That's right, 215 miles an hour. The banking in these turns are 24 degrees, so nice high banking for our drivers, and hopefully this week we can see some double wide racing like we did last week at Chicago. Qualifying results for our week 8 here at Charlotte. Gotta turn my notes sideways here. In first, starting off in the pole position, is the number 2 of Bryson Birchfield. Second, we have a rookie, the number 8 of Mason Cecil. In third, the number 21 of Jeremy Nelson. In fourth, the number 13 of Nathan Rector. Starting fifth, we have the infamous number 17, Christy Rector, with her 2 wins already on the season. In sixth, we have the number 49 of Rod Ellison. Seventh, the number 92 of Kim Jackson. In eighth, we have the number 64 of Katie Harshbarger. And in ninth, we have the number 6 of Steven Nelson. And rounding out the top 10, we have the number 57, Scott Rector, who won last week at Chicago. Some other notable mentions here. Starting in 18th, we have the number 72 of Michael Rector. In 15th, the number 47 of the aggressive driving of John Jackson. And starting 25th, we have the number 84 of Kaylee Banks.
Drivers, to your cars.
Well, the drivers have been called to their cars, so that means it's time to go racing here in the Racer League. I'm going to go ahead and send it up to Dwight and Sue, our in-booth commentators, and I will see you in just a little while.
Well, thanks, Nathaniel, for that welcome. I'm welcoming you once again to the Racer League. My name is Sue Llewellyn, and I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey y'all, how's it going? It's nice to see y'all this week.
Nice to be here again with you again, Dwight.
Yes. Well, Sue, looky down there. That number 2 car there. Nathaniel Scott was saying that Bryson Birchfield got the pole, but that don't look like Bryson's car.
Well, it is his car, but he's got a new sponsor moving on through the rest of the season.
He does?
He sure does.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
And he's not the only one either.
Oh, who else is there then, Sue?
We got the number 17 of Christy Rector.
Oh, yeah?
We got the number 85 of Christopher Bailey.
Oh, I remember seeing that one down in Pit Road earlier today.
That's correct.
Yeah.
He's got a new sponsor. And the number 13 is running a different paint scheme for this week and next week.
Oh, because of the night racing stuff?
That's correct.
Oh, that's nice. Well, yeah, I thought that 17 car was the 37 of Bellarby with the blue on there. It looks pretty, though, from up here.
It does, but
Hopefully we can get a better look at it this week.
I'm sure we will as the race goes on.
Well, that's right. Well, it looks like the pace car's out of the way, so you know what that means.
I know what that means.
We're going racing! Oh, boy. Oh, wow, you can really feel the cars rumbling up here at this track. I like that. Hear them rumble by.
I like that sound too.
Oh, it's nice.
Speaking of 2, that number 2 has got out to quite a lead.
He is pulling away from the pack of the cars there, Sue. He was really quick in practice, too.
He sure was. He's going to lead him to the line and lead the first lap of this race.
Well, that'll be good for him in the point standing there, Sue. I mean, he is currently qualified for the Showdown on points alone.
That's correct. Here we got the number 6 of Steven Nelson.
Oh, look at that car. That car's so nice.
Sure is. He's moving his way up, looks like.
Looks like he's about to break into the top 10 there, Stu, if he hasn't already.
He's right there on the bubble as far as points go and qualifying for the Showdown.
That's right.
We got to be in the top 15 in points or have a win on the season to qualify for the Showdown. Another driver is at number 64 there, Katie Harshbarger.
Yes, she's actually the top driver up there in points that doesn't have a win on the season.
That's correct. She's more than likely, at this point, with the lead that she has in points, is going to make the Showdown.
I believe so there, Stu. She's been a really good driver here lately.
She sure has been very consistent.
Barry last week was her worst finish in 23rd position.
You know who else has been consistent, at least qualifying well, is that number 8 there, Mason Cecil.
Yes, he has been. He is, oh heavens, but he just hasn't been able to finish a race really well.
That's correct. He starts off really well and then falls off near the end of the race.
Yeah.
Or gets knocked out of the race.
Yep.
Via that number 47 of John Jackson.
Oh yes, that driver is so aggressive. And then my favorite driver there, Stu, is the number 72 of Michael Rector. I've been rooting for him all season long.
You sure have.
It's nice to see him up there too this week.
It is. He's riding back there in the middle of the pack right now. Working his way up. He's another one that's fighting for a position in points to qualify for the Showdown.
Yes, he's currently in 18th position in points right now, so he's got a little bit of making up to do there, Stu.
He sure does. Or if he gets a win, he'll automatically qualify.
It'd be nice to see him get a win before the regular season's over there, Stu, as he goes down there and tries to take the position away from the 52 car.
Well, it looks like they're getting sorted out, and that number 2 has got almost 2-second lead over the number 21 of Jeremy
He
Nelson.
is just flying around this track, Stu.
He sure is. So we're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll be Green Flag Racing here on the Rectified Automotive Circuit Entertainment Racing League.
Hey, you're watching the Racer League, and I'm Frank the Talking Wiener.
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all. I just like those little breaks we take. It's nice. Get to be able to stretch my legs and get some more, tea and use
Sure.
the bathroom and all that
Sure.
fun stuff.
Someone who looks like they could take a break is that number 2 of Bryson Birchfield. He's got a 5-second lead over second place.
Oh, I know. And it's just crazy to see there, Sue, because he's got almost this entire front stretch here of a lead. I
He
can see
sure
it from up here in the
does.
booth, and it's just mind-boggling.
It sure is. He has a very strong car this week. Another strong car, though, is that number 21 of Jeremy Nelson.
He's 5 seconds behind the leader, but he's also 3 seconds ahead of third place at that Christy Rector.
He sure is. And we're going to do our Tea Time Ride-Along with the number 49. The Tea Time Ride-Along is brought to you by Grandma's Sweet Tea. Here's we're under caution.
Oh, heavens!
That was a close one.
Oh, mercy, Sue. I was watching the monitor. Oh, my goodness. That just... Oh, my goodness.
That was quite,
I wonder if that 49 car needs to change his bridges.
I think I would if I was in that
I
position.
think I might have to change my bridges.
Well, let's go and take a look back and to see what actually caused that issue.
Looks like that number 4 car got involved again there, Sue.
Sure did. Definitely that number 72.
Oh, yeah, yes. He's put
But-
right in front of that 49 car.
Well, let's go to the replay here.
Here it is, Sue.
Yep, it's the number 4 and the number 28.
Yeah, but we did just see that number 28 car come out of the pits a little bit ago.
We did.
Oh, and that 4 Tommy Ray just hadn't trying to sit there and be out of the way, but that 72 car.
Oh, that-
heavens to Betsy Sue, that 85 there of Christopher Bailey.
Ran right into his teammate.
Oh, heavens.
Well, we're going to continue our tea time ride along while they go down to pit road, and we're going to get to ride along with them.
Oh, this will be fun.
Well, as they get lined back up after their pit stops, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be green flag racing, and we'll go over the pit stops when we come back.
The Racer League is brought to you by the spider on your shoulder. Get it! Hurry! Ah!
Welcome back to the Racing League. My name is Sue. How do you do?
I'm doing all right, Sue.
Well, that's good. You weren't doing so good last week.
I was not. I'm still getting over the cold thing. I still got the sniffles.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
it's in there still. I'm getting it out, though, for everybody. Hopefully, no crazy sneezes again. Oh, goodness. I do apologize for all of that last week, y'all. I was just completely under the weather, but I'm feeling better now. I don't know. I maybe went through 4 boxes of those Alka-Seltzer droplets in
Well-
about 2 days.
That's good that you're doing better.
Yes,
Who's also still doing good is the number 2 of Bryson Birchfield, who's leading the race.
he is there, Sue, but that number 8 is not. It looks like he's a lap down there, Sue.
He is. But the number 32 gained a couple positions on those yellow flag pit stops.
He did. His
He's
pit
up
crew
in
was
number
way
2nd.
biased.
Then we got the number 21, Jeremy Nelson, in 3rd, followed by the number 17 of Christy Rector, and the number 95 of Carl Phillips.
I see him up there. We've got in 6th the number 64 of Katie Harshbarger. In 7th, the number 6 of Stephen Nelson. In 8th is that Tim Wallacher. And 19th, number 19, 9th, Rod. And then in 10th, last week's winner, the number 57 of Scott Rector there, Sue.
That's correct. And here they come back to the line.
And we're going back racing again.
Here we go.
Look at that number 2 car go, Sue. He is on it today.
He sure is.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
He just is pulling away. That number 8 is trying to get his lap back.
I don't think he's going to get it, Sue. That 2 car is fast.
Sure is. But he's hanging in there.
He is, but I don't know. It's going to be a lot to get past him.
There's the number 47.
Oh, look at him push that 13 out of the way. Oh, he pushed him into the wall, Sue. Oh, heavens. Oh, hang on to it, y'all. Hang on to it, Denise. Well, looks like she's going to make it out of that grass there. Oh, heavens. That was a rough move by that 47 there, Sue.
It was. He did not enjoy the number 13 being
I-
out there.
I saw him post something about, he's got to be more aggressive this week because he wants to lock his spot into the showdown.
He
But-
did.
But that was just mean.
That sure was.
How rude.
It was quite rude. I'm sure the number 13,
I'm sure he's got some words for him.
I'm sure he does.
Maybe a little bit extra.
Here we got a fight for the lead. Number 32
Oh.
has caught the number 2 of Bryson.
Oh, heavens. I wonder what's
And
going
there
on
they
with that
go.
2 car there, Stu. Should we go down to Ernie and see if he's down there with the number 2 car?
Sure.
Yeah. Ernie, are you there?
Well, hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we're doing good this week there, Ernie. What's going on with that number 2 car?
Well, he made some adjustments to his car, but he ended up not wanting those changes, but his crew chief did them anyway. So they did some tire pressure adjustments to try to adjust for the temperature of the track at night, and went the wrong way.
Well, who's going the right way right now is that number 21 as he makes the pass for the lead.
He is there, Sue. He's moving his way up there past that 32 car there of Eddie Phillips. But these 3 drivers here, though, are all trying to get their first win of the season so that they can qualify for the showdown here in just a couple weeks.
That's correct. That number 32 looks like he's about to make a pass again. Let's see if he can make it.
I don't know there, Sue. They haven't been able to double wide race in here yet.
That's true. Well, it looks like that number 21 is going to lead him to the line again and pull away. So we're going to go to the mid-race report, back up to Nathaniel Scott for our mid-race report.
Lovely.
Well, good evening again, and welcome again to the Racer League. Again, I'm your host, Nathaniel Scott, and this is the mid-race report. Our first caution and only caution came at lap number 27, involving the number 4 of Tommy Ray, the number 85 of Christopher Bailey and his new paint scheme, the number 83 of Renee Rector, and the number 72 of Michael Rector. Michael Rector has struggled a lot this season in the Racer League. Currently, he sits in 18th position in points, and he is only just 8 short points away from getting himself into the showdown coming up on week 11. With Michael Rector, a quick note for all of our Racer League fans out there. This week, starting tomorrow, Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, our Racer League fans will be able to vote on who they believe is the most popular driver. Is it the number 72 of Michael Rector, or is it the number 47 of John Jackson? Or do you think that there should be another driver in the running for the most popular driver? Let us know what you think. Again, that poll will come out tomorrow at noon on Wednesday. Quick rundown of some of the other drivers that are doing quite well this race. We have the number 21 of Jeremy Nelson. It's nice to see him back up there into the front this week. Jeremy currently sits 23rd in points, and he is 37 points out of the showdown currently. However, if he can hang on and win the race, he will automatically qualify himself for the showdown. In second, we have the number 32 of Eddie Phillips. Eddie Phillips sits 24th in our points, right behind Jeremy. Eddie, though, is 40 points out of the showdown currently. Again, though, if Eddie can come up and steal the win, he will qualify himself for the showdown. Going further back, in 7th place, we have the number 48 of Madison Grace. Madison sits 22 points out of the showdown, or sits 22nd in points, and 30 points out of the showdown. And right behind her in 8th, we have the number 95 of Carl Phillips. Carl Phillips sits 26th in points, and he is 88 points out of the showdown. Now, these points are still subject to change because we do have 2 more races after this week at Charlotte for racers to qualify themselves for the showdown. So make sure you stay tuned and follow us on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're enjoying yourself, and make sure you ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the Racer League action. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Dwight and Sue, our in-booth commentators, and I will see you for the recap show.
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? I'm here with my counterpart, Dwight Flanders.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
We're at our 10 to go caution.
This'll be nice there, Sue. They were spacing out again.
They sure were. That number 21 had almost a 2-second lead over
Yeah.
the number 32, Eddie Phillips.
Looks like he made those right adjustments in the pit stop there, Sue.
He sure did.
Him and that 32 car. Oh, looky there, Sue. That number 8 car got his lap back.
He sure did.
Well, that's nice for him.
It was. We'll have to see if he can make it back up into the top 10 to compete for the win.
Yes, because we haven't had a rookie win the race yet, Sue.
We have not.
So,
We
that'll
have
be
not.
interesting to see if we can get one to get us a win.
It looks like they're all going to come down to pit road. This
Oh,
might be a good
heavens.
time once they get down there. We'll go to Ernie, see if we can get some insights on some of the pit stops.
Oh, yes. Well, here they come down to the pit road. Ernie, are you there?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we're just hanging up out here. That's the news down there on pit road.
Well, looks like everybody's gonna take 4 tires. That's what the general consensus is, as I've gone up and down pit road talking to all the other crew chiefs and whatnot. But that number 2 car, he's gonna try to make the right adjustments this time for their little Netflix Dodge car that they got going. But no changes for that number 21 car. He's liking that thing. He says it's real fast. Maybe just a small air pressure adjustment for him. 32 car made some adjustments as well. Just some little ones there for him. But they're 4 tires and up there, guys, so I'll send it back up to you.
Well, thanks there, Ernie. Are we still on for dinner later this week?
You know it there, Dwight. I'll see you then.
Well, thanks there, Ernie.
Well, they get lined back up. Looks like we had a lead change.
It looks like we did there, so it looks like that 32 car made it out of there before that 21 car.
He sure did. We got 10 laps to go when we come back.
That's gonna shake things up there, Sue.
It sure is, so
I can't wait.
we'll be right back.
Hey, you're watching the Racer League. And I got a question. So, if athletes get athlete's foot, do elves get mistletoe?
Welcome back to the Racer League. The lights are out on the... Oh,
They look like they're still on there, Sue.
they are still on. Never mind. We'll be right back.
Oh, sh...
Welcome back to the Racer League. For real this time, as the lights are out on the pace car.
Oh, yes, they're out now, Sue.
They are.
That's good.
They are. And like I said before we went to break, we got a number 32 of Eddie Phillips is leading the race.
He is there, Sue. It's nice to see him up in the front. He has done pretty decent at some of the tracks there, Sue. He finished 6th back in race 5 there. That was a Laguna Seca, I believe, on that road course.
Mm-hmm.
That was his best finish there, Sue.
Yeah, he hasn't done quite well.
He hasn't there, Sue. I
Otherwise-
think we've mentioned him a couple times when, he may have been a lap down or something on the bottom there.
That's correct. Same could be said for that number 21 of
Actually,
Jeremy Nelson.
Sue, that 21 car there, Sue, he has no top 10 finishes.
Well, hopefully he can pull one out today.
I hope so there, Sue. He has 2 11th place finishes there, back when in Texas and Dover. Those are his best finishes all season long.
And this track is very similar to in
those.
Texas.
Yes, it is, Sue. It looks about the same from up here,
It does.
So.
It does.
But it's pretty with these lights on. I
It
like
sure
this.
is. Night races have always been my favorite.
Well, this is my first night race, Sue, so it's pretty nice and pretty. I like the special cars and the lights on the cars, and we're going back to racing.
Number 21 is
heavens.
trying on the outside.
He is there, so he got that push there from that 2 car, but the 2 car switched lanes and went back down to the bottom.
Sure did. Wonder if he's going to get hung out to
heavens.
dry. He's putting up quite a fight up there.
That Bryson Birchfield don't know where he wants to go, and here comes those girls back there. We got the 64 Katie and Madison Grace. Oh heavens, Sue! It looked like that 6 car turned up into the wall.
It sure did. We're actually under caution.
Oh, heavens. I hope he's okay.
And number 21 took the lead
He
away.
did, though. He was on the outside taking that lead.
Sure was.
How was he able to do that?
He just must have a strong car.
He
Here's
must
a
have.
replay.
Oh, heavens. Oh, mercy. The number 17 car was involved. Oh, goodness gracious, Sue.
Oh my.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Our points leader, that number 17, the Christy Rector, just got involved. I don't think she's going to have a good finish this race.
I don't think so there, Sue.
But from the looks of it, that definitely could have been a lot worse.
It could have been there, Sue. Not a lot of damage there on the hood, but wait and see.
And all those cars driving underneath.
Oh, yes. Like
Yeah.
that number 4 car there, Tommy Ray. It could have happened just like that.
Oh, yes. Very much so. Well, while they get lined back up, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, there will be green flag racing. We'll finish out this race.
I can't wait.
Racer League is brought to you by this long pause.
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? And I'm here with my counterpart once again, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all. It's nice to be back with you again.
We're on lap 56. We'll go green flag racing on 57.
Oh, heavens.
That's going to give us 4 laps of green flag racing.
It's going to be exciting there, Sue. We've had some really fast cars there. Those top 3 drivers there. The number 21 of Jeremy Nelson, Eddie Phillips there in the 32 car, and Bryson Birchfield there in the number 2 car. Those 3 cars, Sue, have been the fastest cars so far this weekend.
They sure have. They have dominated this race. In fact, I think they're the only ones that have led this race.
I think they are there, Sue, and I believe that 21 car may have led the most laps.
I don't know. I think Mr. Bryson Birchfield.
I have to pull out my notes. Hang on a second.
Bryson led most of the laps so far.
That's right. He
I
did.
believe.
He did lead most of those there in the beginning there, Stu.
I don't think we have enough for the number 21 to catch him.
Well, we don't there, Stu. He's gonna be close to about 10 laps shy there, Stu. So
That's correct. Well, here are the pace cars pulling off of the racetrack, and we're going to go green flag racing.
going back to racing again there, Stu. These
Yeah.
cars are gonna rumble, and this booth's gonna shake, and my seat's gonna rumble and vibrate, and it's just gonna be exciting there, Stu. Here they go. Oh boy.
There we are.
I
We're
love
down to
this
the
car.
shootout.
Here it is. There's Sue. Oh, people are making some big moves there. Here comes that Madison Grace. She's going underneath that Bryson Birchfield, but that 21 car, he is just holding on.
He sure is. He's pulling away
Oh, but
quite
looks like
rapidly.
Bryson did get around the 48 car there. Oh, heavens, some big moves going on there with that 64. She just pushed Madison out of the way.
She sure did. And we
Oh,
got,
heavens, there's the 32 cars coming into the pits.
along with half the field. Ernie, what's going on?
Hey guys, yeah, this pit road area is a madhouse. A lot of the drivers are complaining they ran over something and got flat tires going. Something's out on the track, but we don't know what it is yet.
Oh, heavens, there's Sue. That sounds awful for those guys.
It sure does.
Well, not awful for that number 2 car there, because now he's in second place.
And number 21, so far,
So far,
still
he's still
good.
leading. Oh, heavens, that's going to put all those cars lap down, ain't it there, Sue?
It probably is.
Yes.
Look what it shook up our top 10 standings, that's
Oh, it
for sure.
did there, Sue. A lot of different drivers up there. Now, look, we got the 84 there of Kaylee Banks. We haven't talked about her at all.
We have not this race.
And look at there, Sue. The number 9.
The number 9
She was involved in that accident back there. She went through the infield.
and the number 13.
He's up there, too. Oh, heavens.
And here we got the white flag. Here we go. Who's going to qualify for the showdown?
I hope that Bryson Birchfield can get a good run here on this backstretch and try to catch that 21 car, but
I don't know if he's
I
got
don't think
enough
he's
race
got it or
left.
not either. There's Stu, and
He's definitely making a push for it, that's for sure.
he's trying. He sure is.
I don't think there's enough laps left.
There's not. There's Stu. It looks like that 21 car. Yep.
At number 21, Jeremy Nelson won the race. Bryson Birchfield's going to finish second with Kaylee Banks in third. Nathan Rector's in 4th, and Denise Rector in 5th.
Oh, heavens, Sue. And in 6th, we've got that 91 of Aunt Christie. And then, looky there, Sue, that number 17 car. She must not have been affected by those tire issues. Because after that, you've got Tommy Ray in 8th, a lap down. In 9th, you got the number 32 of Eddie Phillips, a lap down. And then in 10th, last week's winner, Scott Rector there, also a lap down.
That's correct. So
Oh, mercy.
all but 7 drivers were affected by those
They
tires.
were. This is going to shake up some things, I'm for sure. But
It sure is.
that Jeremy Nelson car, he qualified for the showdown.
He sure did. He's going to be in the showdown, and we only have, what is it, 2 races left.
2 races left there, Sue. Awesome.
It's going to be quite exciting,
That it is.
these last 2 races.
Yeah. And don't forget, y'all, make sure you look at our Facebook page tomorrow because we're voting for the most popular driver between John Jackson in that 47 car or the number 72 of Michael Rector.
That's correct.
Make sure y'all watch out for that.
And follow the link to our Facebook page on our YouTube channel. Just click that little Facebook icon, it'll take you right to it.
Oh, yes.
And also, don't forget to drop a like so you can, and to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action in these upcoming races.
It's going to be interesting. I'm sure I promise you, you do not want to miss any more weeks. If you haven't and this is your first time joining us, go back. Watch some of these races. It's been close and very, very exciting.
Well, that's it for this week. Join us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we go to Daytona.
That'll do, Sue. That'll do.
Racer League is brought to you by Ben Sound. And images were provided by Google. Don't forget to like or comment below on what you think of Racer League. And throw a heart in for me.
Fantastic. Trying to mess me up. The number 40. Good after evening. That just threw me off in general. Let's try that again, shall we? Nathaniel Scott. This week, Racer League goes to Charlotte.